Puts up a tough shot. Bounces around. Goes in at the buzzer. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh!
It's population.
That's how you win a game.
It's population. We hustle every day to find picks. You can tell us if you want to get rich. It's population. We robbing Underdog and PrizePicks. We the best in this biz. You ain't telling us shit. It's population. We love making money quick, fast. Cooking up a team card. The whole crew about to smash. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash. The dopest team you ever seen. Winning money, stacking G's. Bookies setting traps, but they'll never catch me. Some people get addicted like rats to the cheese, but I got one obligation to bring Johnny to his knees. Holding back the props till the morning he knows. They'll be fishing in the shack, plotting nukes with the bros. Only withdraw, never reload. Underrated to my amigos. We go with honest, we seeking the bloods. We know when a fucking cheat code. Party that I'm sweating, they can't be good for my health. Some may call it making bets, I call it investing in myself. I'm picking props like stocks. Population for the win. Got my sips in by the buzzer now. Let the games begin.
Unbelievable. Just perfect. He did it.
It's population. It's population. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash.
You enter with your favorite sound.
Oh, I love it. How we doing?
Oh, man, we're doing good. We're doing good. It is what it is. It's sports. It's right before the All-Star break. I don't know. How you doing?
Bro,
Huh?
I'm all right. Hanging there, man. I thank you for reminding me. It's always weird right before All-Star break, and that's this week, right? Thursday is the last slate, and then we have a week break. But yes, it always gets weird, man. I feel like some players just limp into the finish line till they know with a long break coming up, they don't really go as hard, and other players go hard knowing they have break coming up, and it's just, you don't know who that's going to be. Maybe you can look into their history for certain players before All-Star break, like if you're on the fence about someone, further over or under. But yeah,
It's like they get bored or something. It's like we've been doing this so many days in a row. Time for our break. They're looking ahead. Time to chill.
yeah.
J. Cole, what's up, bro? Big J. Cole.
What up, J. Cole? Let's get into it, man. What do we got? 4 games?
4 games. 4 games.
We got Troel Embiid, the Troll Master himself.
the taco. The taco of the day.
Look, we took his threes against Pistons, the best matchup for 3-point shooting, especially for bigs. He goes 1 of 4, and then follows it up next game against the same type of defense, drop coverage defense. Both the Pistons and Bucks play drop coverage, leaving the 3-point line open, especially for bigs, stretch bigs. And he hits 4 of them, 4 of 7. This guy is ultimate troll. He's in our casket list. I get if you want to play him in. He is technically questionable, but he's pretty much questionable every time he plays. So I'm under the presumption that he's going to play. But I'm probably going to stay away, man. For those who want to play him, historically, even after Nick Nurse left, the Raptors tend to trap him. Especially now with the front court being depleted. Hurdle's out. Kelly O's gone. So it's just going to be poor Mogbo, the rookie, holding it down in the paint, and he fouls at a high clip. So Embiid should get to the free throw line at a pretty high rate today. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to have ISO coverage with Mogbo on Embiid. There's definitely going to be help defense from guys like Scotty Barnes, especially crashing in from the wing to help out on defense. So Embiid should kick it out, get assists. His assists, I think, bumped. It was 4.5. I think it bumped on the fantasy sites, or they removed it. He has really good history for all those reasons I said against the Raptors with playmaking, 8, 7, 9 assists. Darko, just like Nick Nurse, traps him. Who knows though? He could switch it up today, but I just don't see how. They can't leave Magbo out there by himself on Embiid.
AOD says smash the bookies, clap the bookies, pause. And then he calls him
Yes,
Trowell Embiid. I like that. Trowell Embiid.
I think J. Cole came up with that.
Oh, okay. Josh Mad Scientist. Josh is our brother
Yeah,
from
yeah.
SpaceX.
Yes, sir.
Population forever. I'm getting that tattoo tomorrow, he said.
Hell yeah.
No, he didn't say that part.
Get a spaceship on it too.
J. Cole said took Embiid 3+. ADOD said Undertaker, did you smoke yet? I'm gonna roll a joint just because you said that. Hey, hold on. That's a great idea.
I think that's smart. I thought about it too, J. Cole. Like if you were gonna take him, I'd take the 3+ assists and build an SGP here. Definitely feel good about that. I feel good about the 3+ assists because he's getting around like 6 potentials a game, right? 8, 9. Yeah, he's hovering around 8, man. So you'd feel good about 3 for the guys he's passing to. Yeah, I would say either 3 or 4 with that type of potentials. Potentials could go up a little bit depending, like I said, if the Raptors trapped him more here. But it's Joel Embiid, man. Everyone's on his assists probably because of this history. I imagine. I haven't looked at what people are on in general, but this history, how good it looks, it schematically makes sense. But yeah, like I said, it's Joel Embiid. He will do the opposite. Watch today, he'll have 2 assists and drop 35 points. Just go black hole instead. That's the kind of guy he is right now. But I get it if you want to do it. Yeah, let's do it. I'd say 3+ assists, and then if you want to run it back, I would say Scotty. Like he's been all over the place. Really not getting it done with RJ out, right? But he's had some tough matchups. Playing the top 2 defenses back to back. OKC, the Rockets. Played the Clippers in there. Memphis, who's actually pretty good at defending the transition. So yeah, he's getting most of the points transition. The Sixers, they're really struggling in transition defense. Bottom 10, and especially when Embiid plays, I noticed like he is not getting back on defense, bro. He's so out of shape. Like he's not running back in transition, and so if teams just push the pace on him, they could get easy buckets in transition, especially in the paint when he's on the court. So that's going to really favor Scotty and Quickly. Both of them score in transition. So I think you could like do their alt points and do Embiid's like you said, his 3+ assists. I think that would make a lot of sense here. Quickly's minutes are back up, right? So, whoops, crashed the thing. So I think I won't get crazy with this game because I mean, what's the total? It's gotta be pretty low, 224. Sixers 10-point favorites, which is I don't know. It makes sense with Raptors being so depleted, but still, it's the Sixers, man. They've not looked good at all.
Big 2's here.
But for a big 2? Oh, big 2. I got a numbered.
It's a bonus, I bet.
I got a numbered Prism.
Ooh.
Cracked ice. Sophie Cunningham.
Whoa.
With your name on it, bro.
No fucking way. That's like Big 2's birthday.
And it's hot pink. I'll send a pic later.
Wow. You should wait for his birthday.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, it was just his birthday.
Oh, shit.
I'll wait for some special occasion.
That's sick. What number do you know? Was it 299, 199, 150?
It's out of 150.
Ooh. Big Sophie.
Which is not, I mean, it's not like crazy good, but
Right,
it's
right.
not bad for
No, that's
a women WNBA card.
He said, "No way." Yes way. Josh wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
He got cards. He sent me some Christmas time. Actually, I got a bunch of cards. He said he was going to send. So he's not just saying it, Big Two.
Yeah.
You're going to really get that. That's dope.
Okay, the Embiid. Oh my gosh, for 3+ it's -800. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the greatest, but for a parlay piece, and that's right. We can stack SGPs here too, so we could use that as a parlay filler. Let's put that in the back pocket, and then I guess we got to decide, like, do we want Quickly or Scotty for the all points here? That does not look anything like Quickly, but we'll go with it. I would say the 12+ points. I mean, at least his minutes are ramping up. 30 minutes. Oof. Yeah, I think it's a good spot for Quickly here, man. Like, Sixers are giving up from the 3 ball, giving up in transition. But we'll see what else we come up. We might not need him. And then, yeah, besides that, I got nothing else. I think Mogwo, if he can stay out of foul trouble, I think he's a good DFS option. I'm sure he's going to be popular today. He's only 5,200 power forward, so we'll throw him in there. But yeah, that's it, man. Raptors defense definitely takes a hit with Davion Mitchell gone now, right? So ugly game. This game is ugly too, man. Knicks at Pacers. Whoa.
You know, you say games are more games are ugly than they aren't. Did you notice that?
What do you mean?
Like, more than half the games are ugly, usually, overall.
Yeah. It's just a lot of them are like teams I don't like to bet. I don't like to bet on the Knicks or the Pacers whatsoever. I get why the total's so high, because last time they played it was 132 to 121 in regulation. What's the total again? Total is 239.5, 2.5 point spread. So it's not ugly in terms of like game environment, but just like the teams to bet on here, like choosing the right players, right? So Brunson's the taco, 23.5 points. It's like all the main dudes went off except Spinning Siakam, who I want to go under on, but I'm not going to do it if OG's out and if Miles Turner's out. I would only consider if OG's playing and Miles Turner is playing. Both of them are questionable today, so can't make any decisions on that. But this dude is a definition of fake lately, shooting ridiculous from 3, especially in that Clippers game. Look at that. 5 threes made, 5 of 6. Prior to that, he was 0 of 4.
That was
0-2.
that was my fault. Like, I put the vibes in the air that day because I was just getting the L's everywhere, and so right when I bet on him, I knew it was over. It's like all my fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He hit like 3 in a row.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember we did the under, and right when I looked back at his box score, I was at my dad's, so I wasn't really watching. Looked at my phone, he had 4 threes. I was like, how did that happen? How did that happen? He just
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he follows it up the next game with only taking 2 threes and going 0-2. But he made 11 free throws, which is also crazy for Siakam. Like, when did he become a free throw shooter, man? Like, he's notorious for being a terrible free throw shooter. And now he's shooting 6 of 6, 11 of 11. Does this guy just hit the gym, like, taking a ton of free throws and threes now? Bro, last year he was a 69% free throw shooter. And now all of a sudden he's back up to 78. No. Somebody right here. Well, anyway. I think the Miles Turner news is going to be huge because obviously the Pacers defense is going to take even more of a hit in the interior if Miles is out. And did Miles? I think he's been in and out of the lineup with whatever he's been dealing with. So he missed last game. He's been in and out. So it's completely unknown if he's going to play. Okay. So can't really call anything, man. I mean, I would say if Miles is a play, I mean, you could obviously consider Cat scoring here, but you got to worry about all those other guys black holing. There's so many black holes on that team, man. Josh Hart when he gets going, Bridges when he gets going, then obviously Brunson. It's always going to be a black hole there. So, I will say if Miles out, it definitely benefits Cat the most because he's gonna be going against Thomas Bryant and Jarris Walker, so he should have no problem there whatsoever.
I want over under on how many spins he does. That'd be awesome.
I wish we could do that. Probably a ton.
J. Cole said that's not Siakam, that's Spicy P.
Yeah. Right? Matherman, he's been the definition of inconsistent this year. I thought he was going to take a huge step forward this year, moving into the starting lineup, playing consistent minutes, because he showed so much promise his rookie year, but he's not getting to the free throw line like he did when he was a rookie. The dude, like, lived at the free throw line. He was drawing fouls all the time. I think he's just trying to shoot too much from the outside. He's not attacking the basket enough. But I mean, he had a great game. What do you have? 38 points, led the team. I mean, that's fake as hell though. He was 7 and 9 from the 3-point line. That's got to be a career high in threes for him. So it's got to be. Yep. Show. Yep, career high. Yeah, guys. I got nothing here. I mean, and then like also choosing between the rebounding and like RA between Cat and Josh Hart is the most frustrating thing. No, like rhyme or reason. They literally switch off on rebounding. And then Hart switches off on playmaking with Brunson too. So it's like one of them has a spike assist, the other one does nothing playmaking wise. This is nasty. But let me know if you guys got anything, man. I mean, it is a high total. Josh Hart had 2 solid games this season, playing his usual big minutes, 40 plus minutes. Yep. It's weird. It's like the books are all over the place, man. Like Pinnacle's 32.5 PRA. Some books are 30.5, some are 29.5, some are 31.5. That about sums up the Josh Hart and the Knicks, man. The bookies don't even know how to set them. So, yeah. And then OG, no idea on his status, right? He's been out last 3 games. Yeah, completely unknown. So I'll have to revisit that. I mean, yeah. If OG's out, that's going to make it a little bit easier on guys like Siakam and Mathurin for sure.
J. Cole says they want Mathurin jacking those threes because of analytics. There will never be another Splash Bros.
Yep.
And then J. Cole says, I got nothing for this game.
Yeah, I'm with you, J. Cole. And I tell you what, Halliburton and Mathurin are not the Splash Bros.
J. Cole's J. Cole's in California like us, isn't he?
I'm not sure. I thought maybe.
I could tell by how much he liked Kendrick. That was the giveaway. He said, "Fuck you, Drake." Kendrick, baby.
Yeah. Oh, show. Yeah. I literally feel like all this is a coin toss, man. All these players, so probably just play the Brunson Taco, and that's about it. Have to see what the injury news looks like. Now the next game, so all these games start at different times, right? Yeah, so it's nice they're spread out if you want to do live betting or anything like that, and track news. So next one is 30 minutes later, 8 p.m. Eastern, Pistons at Bulls. This is also a high total. I think it's right there. I think it's tied with the Pacers game. Oh, I think it was higher. It might have gone down the total. I feel like it opened at 239. I might be wrong. But yeah, it's right up there, 237.5. Bulls are underdogs at home. They have looked awful since Levine has left. No surprise, right? They have lost 2 back-to-back games, blown out by the Warriors, blown out by the T-Wolves.
Oh, J. Cole said he's from Texas. He's in Texas. Okay. He likes the Ghetto Boys. Okay. All right, J.
Some
Cole.
Bun B, MC.
Yeah. Okay. That's why he's always like, "Damn, it's late for this Aussie, man. It's 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning."
Yeah.
Peace.
That's what's up. All right, we've seen this matchup twice, right? Yep. About 9 days ago.
Oh, now I know why he asked about Devin the Dude. Now it all makes sense already.
Duran, he absolutely crushes in this matchup. No surprise. There's no defense by Vooch on the rim. Cade dropped a easy 15 assists last game. But you're going to be paying some heavy tax and juice on the Pistons side, man. Cade opened at 9.5. Is he still 9.5? Went to 10.5. A lot of books. Juice on the under. I think that's appropriate line. I think what we could do is, I think we could definitely SGP this game. Do some alts. Get some more favorable lines. If you don't want to do alts, I think you could do, depending on what the odds are and what book, I think you could do Cade's double prop. He could get that in just rebounds and assists alone. Don't even need the points, but points are pretty automatic for at least 10, right? So, but I just don't know how bad the odds are. And then same for Duran. You could do his double as well. Minus 195 for Cade, and Duran is... I don't see Duran. So it looks like Fliff might have removed his double. It is on Underdog, though. It was this morning, if you want to take it. I think it's around 0.8x something. But yeah. Obviously, I would take the double for taking him to get over 10.5 assists. Unless you want the plus money and just hope he gets more than 10 here. 7.5 feels pretty good, right? So if we take the alt at 7.5. Duran, I think he's a good one to alt points for. And rebounds. I think 9.5 feels pretty good. 4 minus 425. Rebounds. I personally don't like to fuck with rebounds, but he crushes it in this matchup, and just for the sake of the SGP, instead of doing just like PR. get a little bit better boost here. It's 7.5. And then Vooch, we could either alt his points or take his 3-point prop. We know he crushes the threes here. 1.5 is minus 195. That's not worth the juice in my opinion. So maybe just alt the points. Let's see where we get at. 12 is minus 845. I would just do the 0.53 instead of rooting for him to get 12 points. It's about the same odds almost. He should hit 1-3 here, man. I mean, he hit. What did he hit? Because of the drop coverage by Pistons, both matchups he hit 6 and 4 threes. 6 of 8, 4 of 6. Do we have a for those not on the fantasy side? Do we have a 3-point attempt prop? I know PrizePicks doesn't have his 1.5 3-point made. I know Underdog, we caught it last night at good value, but it got nerfed since then. The payout reduction. PrizePicks does not have his 1.5. I think they just have his 2.5 demon, which we took also in that recent matchup, and he got. Yeah, they don't have his 1.5 3-point made. But do they have a 3-point attempt? That's what would be interesting here. Because his 3-point attempts go up in this matchup because they leave him open with that drop coverage. I'm not seeing it, guys. Maybe check Dabble. Yeah, I'm not seeing a 3-point attempt. Okay. So PrizePicks is not ideal for Vooch lines. Underdog is okay. Fliff is okay in the books. But yeah, PrizePicks is not offering the most ideal lines for him. All right. So what are we at now?
J. Cole said PSV tied. Alt equals wins. Cade is the GOAT.
He is. Wait, why did they just remove Duran?
Because they know you want to
There
bet
wasn't
on them.
news. There's no news, right?
Ayo said alts. Ayo and J. Cole like these alts. These alts are fun.
Man,
I like alts
man,
too. What
well,
happened? Duran's
yeah,
gone?
well, I do too, but except Fliff removed all of Duran's point alts
Maybe just for a minute
right
for some reason.
right before our eyes.
Ayo told me to roll up, and now I'm getting my mouse all sticky. This is fucked up, Ayo.
All right, well, since they did that, how do we feel if we just alt his PR, man, to 19.5? Feels pretty good, right?
I don't know.
That sucks, though. That sucks.
Alts are not as easy as they seem, right? After you do them for a while, you're like, how can I
They're
do
not.
this? I still think the fucking key is if you can get one alted up, under, and then pair that with your favorite alt over. That's the.
Yeah.
But shit, we can't do that on Fliff. So you gotta have 3 or 4 come through, not get injured, not have the worst game of their life, la 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 la, etc. It's fucking kind of difficult.
Yep.
Yeah, you just got to be so sure on each one, I guess. Is what it boils down.
I feel pretty confident on these. It felt better about the individual Duran point.
I bet it'll
and
pop
rebound.
back up.
Yeah,
later.
we'll see. We'll look out for it. Yeah, but I feel pretty good about those. I mean, you could also. I mean, Pistons are just bleeding threes, man. Because like I said, their whole defensive scheme is to drop coverage, stop the easy high percentage buckets, and as a result, they dare teams to beat them from the outside, and so teams are shooting more threes on them, and they're hitting more threes as a result. So guys, like Kobe White, you could also consider his threes too, but it's juiced. I mean, at 2.5, he's at minus 160 in most places. So maybe you can ultimate to 1.5, but we'll just have to see if the juice is worth it. He made 3 and 5 threes in both matchups this season, and Levine played in one of them and not the other one. So if you're not into threes, though, you just alt his points too. But just on the matchup wise, teams really, like I said, They focus on the 3-point shooting versus the Pistons. So 1.5 is minus 625. Okay. And that's it. That's all I got for this, man. Honorable mention here. Tobias. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tobias Harris dunk is definitely live. The Bulls have absolutely no rim protection. We take dunk props against them all the time. Look at here, man. Wide open, easy dunks. Vooch, there's no switching whatsoever. I mean, these guys are just walking in dunks, man. And Tobias had 4 dunks in this game, which is crazy for him. Look at this, Giddy. Don't even act like you're trying, Giddy. Like, look at this. Like, he acts like, oh yeah, guys, I'm trying my hardest out here. Come on. I think at 0.5 dunk, I wouldn't go crazy with it. It's a degen kind of nerfy play, but I mean, it's the Bulls. They have no rim protection, as you just saw. You could consider Azra his dunk prop too, but it's at 1.5. Look how easy this is. Vooch has no interest in playing defense on him whatsoever.
Holland got that
switching over.
soccer play green check mark. Holland. Haaland. Holland, I think. Haaland.
Yeah.
Holland.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
You should get on here like this during the live when you can live stream. Watch the game like that and then live bet. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
If you ever have time, we could go on there and do that one day.
We should. Yeah, we should. Yeah, Tobias also good matchup for him. I never like playing the guy, but yeah, his PRA is pretty favorable here. But it's juiced on PrizePicks and some heavy juice coming in on the over 22.5.
J. Cole said if they are over 16, Giddy's not trying. I think that was a joke. Over 16?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Jeez,
age.
J. Cole.
Gosh.
Pretty mean.
And then for Asar Thompson, he's been getting like a steal pretty much every game. I don't really like the guy. I think he's like a watered down version of his twin brother. But yeah, look at this. Steals are right here. He's gotten at least 1 steal in his last like 10 to 15 games. He gets some blocks. So with him, I know the RA is popular because he's been crushing it. But I'm telling you, dude, this guy's rebounding cannot be trusted. He's like Tobias Harris 2.0. I think we took his rebound related against Atlanta. Favorable matchup, fast-paced game. He had 1 rebound. Yeah. There's just a lot of guys on that team can rebound, right? Cade is a good rebounding guard, big guard. Duran is obviously a good rebounder. Tobias will have spike rebound games. So it's a little scary. The playmaking has been there, but a lot of it, I went and looked, a lot of it's in transition. Easy buckets, broken plays from him getting steals or offensive rebounds. So you can't really rely on his playmaking. It's pretty sporadic. And you got to remember, you got Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench now, playing 15 to 20 minutes, and all he's doing out there is playmaking, and he does overlap with Asar. So keep that in mind. But with that said, I mean, he's scoring too, right? So I would just do the fantasy. It was 25 flat. What is it now? He's just got to keep his hands to himself. He fouls at a high clip. Oh my gosh, he went to 27? Wow, that's a hell of a bump, guys. It was 25 flat this morning. Did his first half bump too? His first half was 13 flat. Okay, so that went up by 0.5, which is now as a straight addition. His PRA we got last night at 9.5. So everything bumped. He's getting a lot of attention. Yeah, just keep in mind, he's gonna play low. He's gonna play 25 minutes, not in foul trouble. If he gets in foul trouble, he's only going to play about 18 to 19 minutes. So he's really just he can't get in foul trouble, which he can do in the first half, which makes his first half perhaps scary. However, I did go look at his game log chart, and he is playing. His first half rotation is definitely more secure than his second half. The second half rotation, it doesn't make any sense. It looks like a Tetris board. I'm sure if I dived into it more, I would figure out why. But he plays really weird minutes in the fourth quarter. Look at this. Checks in, 9 minutes, checks back out. 5 minutes, checks back in. 2 minutes left. Like, I don't know, man. And then he barely plays in the third quarter. But his first half rotation is pretty steady unless he, like I said, unless he picks up early fouls. He's gonna play about 13 to 14 minutes in the first half. So he's playing about 2 minutes more in the first half. So maybe first half is the way to go, especially since they bumped the full game fantasy by full 2 points. But you just got to worry about the foul trouble, early foul trouble. God, this guy's notorious for picking up fouls, man. But at least Levine's not out there, right? Like, Levine was one guy who draws a lot of fouls. Kobe White's just going to shoot a lot of threes. And, yeah, you just got to worry about Giddey driving. That's about it. I guess Io could draw fouls sometimes, but not really. He doesn't really get to the free throw line that much. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's what I got for that. And then during all his lines of juice, like I said, I just took his double-double on Underdog and Fliff. And PrizePicks caught his PR at 24.5 last night. It's 25.5 everywhere now, so I mean, he still crushes that, right? 37 and 34 in both meetings. So I would just play his first half is bumped from his normal line. He's normally around 12.5, 13.5. He's at 14. He opened at 14 flat. He might continue to go up. I would just play his full game and hope the game stays close. He's at 14. So I would just rock with the full game if you like him here. It's a good assist spot for him too. All right. And then, you can always get D-Jenny with it and go with the Italian Stallion, Simone, 4.5 points. Him and Ron Holland, they're going to play 15 minutes. A lot of bulk of it coming in the second quarter of the second unit. So they just got to be efficient, hit their shots. It is the Bulls. They both cleared their lines in the last week against them. Simone had 11 points, and Holland had 8 points. But again, they're gonna play 15 to 17 minutes. So super D-Jenny, but they are guys that hit their shots and favorable matchup here against the Bulls. All right, Memphis and Phoenix. Oh, man. So, my interest here, I had Tyus Jones. I wrote him down. He was also 25 flat fantasy. Whenever Beal's out, his usage rate, playmaking, assists rate goes up, and his scoring goes up too. So, and it's a revenge game. Although it's in Phoenix, it's not in Memphis. So, yeah, this is his PRA. With Beal out this season, and he's gotten in 12 of his 15 games. But I like it. I like his fantasy upside because he does get steals. That's one thing he's pretty solid at. You got to think he's going to be a little bit more motivated against his former team. Probably get some steals on guys like Ja and Scottie Pippen off the bench. So I would say 25 flat if it's still available. If we're about blowout, he tends to be pretty efficient in the first half. If you want to take his first half, 12 and a half fantasy. It's usually pretty solid whenever Beal is out. Okay, so bump to 25.5. It was 25 flat. Let's see, last 2 games with Beal out, he had 33 against Denver, 36 in Utah. Favorable matchups, though, right? Favorable for playmaking guards who also steal. But he definitely gets the scoring done in this matchup. Even with Beal playing last meeting, he dropped 21 points in 30 minutes, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He had 11 potentials. These guys just did not make their shots. That's pretty solid, man. 21 points is, you can tell he was motivated for sure. I wouldn't just take the straight up assist because D-Book and KD still playmake so much, and Grayson actually picks up on playmaking too randomly. So I would just encompass all with the fantasy. The 12.5 feels pretty good. Let's see if we're worried about Memphis blowing the Suns out the water here. With Beal out, let's see what he's doing. So he cleared, hooked, cleared. Yeah. He's gotten it a lot. I'm seeing 3 games he didn't get it. The 3 games that, what is this? It's got to be 3 out of how many games did he miss? So 12. Oh, same thing. 12 of 15 on his first half fantasy hit rate too, just like his PRA. It's pretty good. The games he didn't get it were against the Clippers, tough matchup, and OKC, tough matchup, understandable, and then Portland. He got the scoring done though. He just didn't pick up any peripherals, no stocks or RA really, but he got 11 points. His scoring definitely goes up for sure. But yeah, I mean, see the steal potential. He has a lot of games in here with 2 or 3 steals in the first half. So I would just split it up, man. I would play his full game in his first half, just in case the game goes sideways. Because the Suns are not it right now, man. Sucks that Star Thompson's full game went up that much, but yeah. We have another taco? Oh, it's Durin. Oh, it's a pretty nice taco. Alright. Memphis side, man. I liked Big Edie first half PRA at 7.5 last night, but it has bumped, and I hate playing bumps. It's now 8.5, but I think you could consider the fantasy. But it looks like it's bumped as well. It's usually 10 flat or 10.5, so it's already they adjusted his fantasy as well. I only play his first half because his minutes are most secure in the first half. He tends to play less minutes in the second half, so. But it might change up. You never know. Good matchup though. Nick Richards, nothing to fear here. So, but I since I got it at 7.5 last night, I wouldn't play the 8.5. If anything, if you missed it, I would just consider the fantasy at 11. But it is bumped. And then obviously, Triple J and Ja are live here for the scoring. Banging too, but I'm good on them, man. Like, a lot of guards similar to Ja's shot chart and scoring methods have gone over their point line versus Suns. 10 out of 15 players like him. You roll dice, man, but which Ja are you going to get? And is Triple J going to black hole and take 25, 30 shots? Yep. But yeah, the Suns are struggling in transition defense. They're struggling in pick and roll ball handling defense. It's all lining up for Ja here. They're allowing 10th most free throw attempts, So everything that matches his play type. Jaren. Suns are doing okay on spot up shooting, so not the best for Jaren or probably Bane. Bane gets a lot in transition too. 30% of his points are in transition, and the Suns are bottom 8 defense in that as well. So yeah, Bane and Ja could have a really solid game here. What's the total on this one? 245.5. We got some high totals. I will say, like, these games are high totals, man. For being such a small slate, 3 of the 4. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just do like split them up. If you can do separate slips, parlays, like Bane in one, Ja in the other, and Triple J by himself in one. Bane had 31 against him, but Ja was out that game. So Ja has not played him this season. What did Triple J do in that game? He had 38. Ja was out. Same game. So Triple J and Bane put up 30 plus. But, you know, that's going to get diluted now with Ja in the mix too. So could be a good game to SGP too. Yeah. Memphis fouling at a high clip, so D-Book and KD probably get to the free throw line here. D-Book had a pretty bad game against them, 420. KD was 5 of 7 free throw line. Dropped 29 points. You guys want to roll old Slim Reaper here? If you want to game stack it, like him and Ja or something like that. I don't know. Two guys I really don't mess with, unless it's like a key person out or something like that. It's a super good matchup. It's a popular play. We have free throw. 4.5. Yeah. What's his fantasy? It's usually too high. It's too high. He turns it over a lot too. I mean, if you think it's going to live up to that point total with Memphis being, what, top 3 pace? Or are they still number 1 in pace? Still number 1 in pace. Yeah, it makes sense if you want to game stack it, man. But let me know which you guys, who you guys like the most on Memphis side. If you had to rank order it. I mean, just based on the play type, I would say Ja and Bane have the best matchup here, just in transition scoring. And then Ja for the pick and roll ball handling, too. The Tyus can be scrappy on defense, right? If he's getting more minutes, too, with Beal out. Yeah, but Tyus is gonna have a really easy time scoring because they're probably gonna hide Ja on Tyus, and so, and then D-Book will probably headhunt Ja and try to get switched onto him a lot. They try to hide Ja as much as they can on defense, because he's such a bad defender. But yeah, that means Tyus will probably have the easiest matchup here against Ja defense. I just hate relying on Tyus just for scoring, so that's why I'm going to go with the fantasy. Because, I mean, on paper, like, it all makes sense. Like, he dropped 21 on Memphis. He's clearing this with whenever Beal's out. It's 11.5 points. But, yeah. He just relies so much on the 3 ball. I don't want to rely on Tyus to make his 3, so just give me the fantasy. Consider KD's points. Ja's points, and Bane's. No, I'm not gonna fuck with T-Rex. Just probably just do Ja, man. I don't know. It just makes sense in transition. But I never play Ja, so it would be very light sledding for me. But if just for a late night hammer game stack, it could be a good game for live betting too. Let me know what you guys think, man. Anything else? Any news? Nothing for today yet. It's only really 3 key news, right? So, all right. You got anything underrated?
Nah, not much. There's a bunch of college stuff though. I might throw in there later on.
Right on is a big slate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit some Bobo. Bobo's been balling, man.
Has he? I didn't even know he was playing.
Played, dropped 43 fantasy on Denver.
Oh wow. I miss Bobo. He was fun last year to bet on.
Um, all right. The women's college basketball slate's trash today. It's only like 4 games.
I see Haley though. Big Haley. Right in the middle.
Oh yeah, this is the ultimate bounce back spot for her. BYU is terrible on defense.
Mm.
Her Prince have been playing awful lately, man. Madison Connor has been picking up the slack, and I guess that's why they're giving her props now. They never gave her props. It was always just Haley and Prince. But she's mainly a 3-point shooter, and she barely gets over that line, so I think it's too fringy. And then only ones I had slight consideration in were Jayla Johnson's PRE at 15.5. She's going against like one of the worst defenses, dude. And then Jordan Holman's 13.5 points. Both of them are like playing really bad defenses, but they're just not super productive. So I think the line's appropriate. It's just right there. It's so fringe. And then like I always take unders against West Virginia, the best defense by far. And they just nerfed the Baylor forward Bugs. She's normally like 13.5, 14.5 points, and they put her all the way down to 12.5. So that's a little scary, man. But man, West Virginia's defense is scary. It's legit.
Big Bull said he might take Haley's over today. Big Haley. And Big 2 said Big Haley.
Guys, it makes sense. I like this would be like the ultimate bounce back. I don't know if she's played him this year.
Haley looks like Big 2's ex-wife's little sister.
Yeah. Yeah, look at these back-to-back games. 11 and 6 points, man. She's... Yeah. I mean, her Prince are due for a big game. Like, Prince is not getting it done scoring, man. She's been in, what, single digits? She had 9 points against Texas Tech. Really favorable matchup in the paint. Yeah, this is really bad score. Like, 0 points against Iowa State, fouled out. 14 against Kansas State with no Ioka. And then 9 points against Texas Tech. She's going through it right now.
Yeah, something happened there.
Because look at prior to that, she was killing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's dropped 20 points and 10 rebounds against Texas Tech prior to that second meeting. Yeah, it's
not even shooting. Look at her field goal attempts. She was going crazy, and then she just stopped. Not like she was missing or anything either. 4 for 6, 5 for 8.
Yeah, and Haley didn't shoot either. She only took 5 shots in that Texas Tech game. It was the bench, man. Aaliyah Robertson and then Connor.
Oh, were they just blowing them out?
13, yeah. But they still played solid 30. She still played 38 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Something's up. I mean, you can roll dice and hope you catch them on the bounce back day, or you just wait and see when they bounce back, right? Um, but I don't know. Oh, let me show you Jalea Johnson. Matchup is very favorable here. So she recently played them, and just in 23 minutes, she had 16 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Now, the RA is a little sketchy. Like, you just go with 11.5 points, but sometimes she can have spike RA games, and I just feel like 15.5 gives you another out here, man. She took 10 free throws in that game, went 10 of 10. I like how she's very efficient from the free throw line because the team fouls at like the highest rate in their conference, and to no surprise, that's why she had 10 free throws. So I'm hoping again today that she has at least 5+ free throws made here. But yeah, the RA is, man, it can be sketchy at times. Like she can have like 3 to 5. So she's not really getting it done on the glass, right? But
I missed this one comment, Josh. Who's Jason Holland says fantasy score Matez Basilis? How you say his name?
Oh,
Is that
okay,
right?
yeah.
Basilis?
His minutes are up.
And then J. Cole says, look at that petition against Prince. Might have mentally broke her.
Crooks broker.
I don't know, some petition he said. I don't know what that is.
For whoever asked that before I get off, that'll be the last thing that'll get.
Jason Holland. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Let's see. I want to see, because he's been playing more minutes ever since when. Let's see the exact date. Ever since Levine left, I assume, right? So let's look from January 31st. Okay. I just want to look at his fantasy point per minute. And I could give a better assessment on that. What did I say? January 31st? Yeah. To today? Okay. Okay. He's averaging 1.01 fantasy point per minute. So, as long as he's playing 25+ minutes, I think you're good, man. I mean, it looks like the minimum he was playing. So it looks like the first game Levine was gone. He played 22 minutes, but since then the minimum he's been playing is 26 minutes. So, and then he's gone all the way up to 31, and then 29 his last 2 games, even in blowouts. I think it's a fair line. I think if anything, we're getting a little bit of an edge there because. In reality, if he's locked in for 26 minutes, I think the line should be 26 flat or 26.5, just based on his fantasy point per minute production with Levine out. So yeah, and it looks like I would just play his full game because it looks like he's safe for blowouts, right? He still played 29 minutes in both recent blowouts, back-to-back blowouts, so. Good shout out there. I think is he getting stocks or is it all just from scoring? It's another thing to look at. I assume he's getting stocks if he's getting a fantasy point per minute. Yeah, he's getting stocks. That's good. All right, good shout out. One guy I've not been looking into because he's kind of been irrelevant until the Levine trade, right? So
You like his broccoli cut though, right?
You
like his broccoli cut? Remember how?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's broccoli cut. It's almost broccoli-ish. J. Cole said for domestic abuse, the Prince thing, I guess, must be. After you see domestic abuse against a woman player, you take her under in the next game. I know it sounds terrible, but hey.
There you go.
MOB. Sorry, that was in horrible taste. Jason Holland says, yeah, stocks too. Okay, you guys are on it.
Yeah, man. Only thing is, I mean, he's gonna need the stocks, right? He's gonna need the stocks because, like, for instance, that last time he played Detroit, he played near his 26 minutes. He had 25 minutes. He got his normal scoring, his normal RA about, but he had no stocks, so he only has 16 fantasy. But we'll quickly look and call it a day. To his position over, let's say, the last 15 games. We'll look at both small forward, power forward. He's pretty much like a hybrid. He's like a wing. Yeah, Detroit's okay. So Detroit's getting the second least fantasy to the small forward. But they're giving up the fourth most to the power forward. So it's probably somewhere in between there, right? Interchangeable between the forward positions there. So they're giving up blocks. So he's just got to get some blocks here, man, which is where most of his stocks are coming from, right? So can you get us 2 blocks, Mr. Buzelis? Dunk contest, right? See how he is in that this weekend. Maybe he's hyped for that dunk contest, and he yams it.
Probably. They're probably going to try to get his name out a little bit, let him play a lot.
Do we have a dunk prop for him? That'd have been cool. No. All right. I think it's worth a shot, man. A small slate like this. It's a little value. I mean, like I said, it should be like 26 and a half, but hopefully he comes through with the stocks for you, man. Hope he gets there, bro. But yeah, small slate like these, I definitely look out for fantasy. If you're on fantasy sites, I look for fantasy score the most to get somewhat of an edge because there's so much concentrated betting on individual prop lines that are in books that it just drives the lines up fast. Can't even get to them before bumps, and then it's too late, and yet there's no value. But the fantasy is where you can still find the value if you just project it right. Project the guy's minutes right and in the matchup right, so there is edge to be had in the fantasy department.
J. Cole said I put it in the Discord. J. Cole said I put it in the Discord. Catch y'all there.
Alrighty. Like I said, I'm going a lot of fantasy here, man, on PrizePicks, and then I'll do some SGP alt lines on Fliff and recommend it for other books as well. That's about it, guys. If you are going to play Embiid, man, I would consider the first half fantasy. Oh, it bumped. Never mind. It was 24 and a half. It just bumped to 25. If he's racking up assists and he's getting his rebounds, I think he's good for some, maybe 1 or 2 stocks too in this matchup. The first half fantasy would be the way to go. If I were to play him, but he's on my personal ban list in a casket, so I won't be playing him. But if I were to play him, I would consider that.
Need a casket sound effect that goes.
Yeah, and then a hard hammer to nail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Good luck. We got a big slate tomorrow, right, to finish out the week. So
sure we do.
Hope we got some good games, man. Yeah, we got a massive slate, guys. Holy shit! I think every team play. Wait, what? Yeah, should be good. Looks like a lot of these teams playing tonight are playing tomorrow too. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it looks like pretty much every team: Bulls, Pistons, Knicks, Sixers, Pacers. Am I missing anybody? Suns and Grizzlies. Is that everyone that plays today? I think it is, guys. Unless, do we say the Raptors? Yeah, everyone that plays today plays tomorrow. So
Under. Spinning Siakam. All right, bro. I'll catch you.
All right.
Late.
Deuces.